92.7 WMAY, Springfield's news and talk.
All right, as we do each and every Wednesday at this time, let's connect now with Michelle Ownbey. She is the publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, and we're discussing some things happening in and around the Springfield business community. Michelle, thanks for taking time with us each and every Wednesday. Happy holidays to you.
Good morning, Greg. You did as well.
Absolutely. And just a programming note, since it's the holiday, we're not going to be here next week for Business in the 217. So let's wrap it up nice and strong here for the year and talk about another Chipotle Mexican grill that opened.
Yes, a lot of people were excited about this. They had their grand opening on Monday. This is the one on North Dirksen Parkway in the former, used to be HSHS Priority Care. It's right next there to Wings, etc. So that west side one out by the mall has been there for quite a few years, but now people on the north end won't have to drive as far to get their Chipotle fix. So a lot of enthusiasm for that opening.
Yeah, I guess so. For people who like Chipotle, now you got a couple of different options there. Moving on, something else to happen here. We've got the former Red Cross building on Outer Park Drive finding a new owner. Tell us about what's going on with that.
Yes, and the new owners are not relocating from very far away. Actually, just right across the street. We've talked in the past about all the plans and the work underway at the Town and Country Shopping Center. Of course, it was auctioned off earlier this year and under new ownership, and the new owners have some pretty significant renovation plans. And Chabad of Springfield, which is an Orthodox Jewish community, has been leasing space there in the Town and Country Center for a couple years, but they said they were told by the new owners that they would have to move out as part of the renovations in progress. So they ended up purchasing that, we still call it the Red Cross building, even though they haven't been there for a while, but that multi-story building. So they're going to occupy the lower level. They're going to lease out the upper stories. There's a couple existing tenants in there that they hope to keep, but pretty significant move for them. Rabbi Mindy Turin and his wife Sarah just moved to Springfield about 6 years ago and started out of their home before moving to the Town and Country Shopping Center, and now they're in that three-story Red Cross building.
Yeah, good to see some former buildings getting some new life. So glad to see that that's happening. We're talking with Michelle Ownbey, publisher of the Springfield Business Journal, here with Springfield's Morning News. And let's talk about how you can get your hands on a copy of the SBJ, Michelle.
Yes, if you go to springfieldbusinessjournal.com, you can sign up for Biz Bites. That's our weekly digest that comes out every Wednesday afternoon, so there's still time to make sure you get today's edition. Just sign up for that. It's free of charge, and also sign up to get the print copy delivered directly to your home or office, and there's a new issue coming out today.
And what's in that new issue?
Well, this is the January Architecture and Engineering issue. So Andrea Agert, the architect of the Capitol, is on the cover. Of course, there's a lot of renovation work happening there at the Capitol, and we talk a little bit about that, but also take a look at her personal journey. And we highlight some of the notable renovation projects around town. In addition to the Capitol, we've got Horace Mann's doing a pretty major remodel downtown at 7th and Washington. They are doing commercial space on the lower level. They've moved one of their own insurance agents into that lower level office space, and then they're doing executive apartments in the upper stories, some for their own use and some that are going to be leased out. But I've seen the pictures, and that's a very nice renovation project, and good to see that historic building coming back to life.
Well, I know back to the Capitol, the amount of work that's being done is just incredible. If people get a chance to drive by and just see some of that work, it's a lot of your tax dollars going into it, and it's going to take several years to get through it, but pretty fascinating to see all that work being done. Michelle Ownbey with us from the Springfield Business Journal. It is Business in the 217. Let's talk here finally about some nominations that are opening for the best places to work. Tell us about that.
Yes, so if you happen to love where you work, we are seeking nominations for best places to work. Basically, it's open to any business in Sangamon or Morgan County that has 16 or more employees. Of course, if they have 15 or fewer, they're eligible for 15 under 15, our small business awards program that we do at another time during the year. But for the purposes of this, we're looking for a little bit larger companies. There's different categories depending on the total number of employees. A business that has been recognized before is eligible to be considered again after 5 years. So Again, if you think you have a pretty great place to work, take a few minutes to tell us about that. You can also do that through the website, springfieldbusinessjournal.com, and just click on the awards tab to fill out the nomination form.
Michelle Ownbey, Springfield Business Journal publisher, greatly appreciate you taking the time each and every Wednesday. And if I don't talk to you until next year, have a great New Year's, have an enjoyable holiday, and we'll talk again soon, all right?
Thanks, Greg. You too.
It is Springfield's Morning News on 92.7.